Nene Leakes has been inside of the media spotlight for about 14 years now. And while I will admit she does have her iconic moments, her signature Nene-isms, and everything that we go up for, she spent the first 7 years of her whole media spotlight fame thing being iconic, being the queen that we knew and loved. But emphasis on loved, because the last motherfucking 7 years, she spent getting on our goddamn motherfucking nerves. And I would like to fucking talk about it. Can we talk about it? Let's talk about it.
Oh boy.
Let's talk about it.
Do what I said. Don't make me have to beg. Make sure that I am fed. You know this shit is the best. He's telling all his friends that I am a super freak. Bitch, I'm classy outside, but I hoe up in them sheets. He ain't never in his life met a woman like me. Better know it damn right, cause her name is She, nigga.
Okay, so for those of y'all that don't know what the fuck is going on, listen. It wouldn't be a fucking media day. It wouldn't be a fucking Tuesday. It would not fucking be a day out of the fucking year if, damn, bitch, I'm about to say Nicki Minaj. If, well, child, at this point, that's probably who Nene thinks who the fuck she is, okay? It would not be a fucking day if Nene wasn't in the media for something. Now, granted, Nene didn't necessarily, well, no, because I was about to give Nene the benefit of the doubt and say Nene didn't put herself in the blogs this time, but yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. Because here's the thing. A lot of y'all like to go up for Nene literally every fucking week on Twitter. Nene is trending. I will give her that much. Nene trends on social media every single fucking week. And yes, she's iconic. Yes, she's had, memes and she's one of the most people that's used for memes and listen, all of that shit. I'm not here to defend Nene. Okay, we here to shit on Nene, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, because as iconic as Nene was, emphasis on was, okay? Because the last 7 years, Nene has spent getting on our fucking nerves. And so it grinds my gears that every single time I turn around, it's another one of y'all motherfuckers on social media like, oh my God, where's Nene? Where's Nene in her reality show? Ooh, how the fuck did, Claudia end up on Fox? So that should have been Nene. Nene needs to be on The Real. And how the fuck did Cynthia end up on Big Brother? And da-da-da, that should be Nene. Oh my God, Portia and Kandi got a show? That should be Nene. That should be Nene. That should be Nene. Okay, well, let's sit Nene down and ask Nene, why is it not her? If everybody's saying that, oh, that needs to be Nene, let's sit Nene down and ask, Nene, why aren't you being given these opportunities? I mean, everybody else is, right? RHOA, we can all admit, like the RHOA franchise and really like the Housewives in general, it kind of took off because of Nene. Like she's the reason why all of us was brought in, right? But nostalgia is not a saving grace, and I don't know what it's gonna take for y'all motherfuckers to realize that. Like we love to be sucked into the old because there's this fear of the unknown. We don't like anything new. We don't like a shakeup. We don't like anything. But even if you look at Portia and Kenya, had there not been a shakeup season 5 of Real Housewives of Atlanta, the show would not have still carried on to this point. Because if we're gonna look at where Nene was after Kenya and Portia entered the show, Nene probably had about 2, if that, good more seasons left in her. You know what I'm saying? Because Nene really started getting on our nerves right around the time she went on to Celebrity Apprentice and started showing her ads. She got her teeth done. Remember the whole, I'm done, they're done. Yes. Once her and Sheree got into it, once she went on Celebrity Apprentice, once she and LaToya got into it and Star Jackson got into it, Nene came back onto Housewives of Atlanta feeling her fucking self. And then once she started getting guest roles on Glee, she was feeling herself, okay? So when Nene came back onto Real Housewives of Atlanta and she saw that, oh, there's a new queen in town, okay? Same way that she was threatened by Kandi in the beginning of time, when Kandi first came on, she was now threatened by Kenya. She wasn't threatened by Portia because Portia was falling right in line. Listen, y'all go up and y'all love Portia now. Oh, get the bag, Portia, get the bag. But y'all don't remember when Portia came on, didn't nobody like her, okay? Because she was up Cordell's ass, right? But that played to Nene's advantage because Nene loves a minion. She needs people that she can step on. Kenya was not that bitch to step on, okay? And so Nene did not like that there was another head bitch in charge. So that's why her and Kenya never really got into it well, because Kenya tried multiple times to be her friend, but Nene said no, okay? And Nene met every single time. She met Kenya with resistance, right? But this isn't really about Kenya. But it's hard not to have this conversation about Nene without bringing all her, shortcomings into it, which one of them was her failed friendship with Kenya, amongst all of the fucking women, right? But once Kenya came onto the show, that's when Nene started showing her slip. That's when Nene started getting big headed. Oh, it's about what I do and I'm a boss and I built this brand. And that's when you really started to see a different side of Nene, because prior to season 5, you didn't really hear Nene going around like, oh, I built this platform. I did this. I did that. I did that. Da, da, da. No. And here's the thing. Throw a rock into a crowd of dogs. The only one that's going to holler is the one that got fucking hit, right? And so it's kind of the same thing when it comes to insecurities. Like, you have to pay attention to not only what people are saying, but what they're not saying, right? And so sometimes, even with what people are saying, sometimes it's like, well, why are you saying that, right? And so for Nene, what's understood does not need to be discussed. Like, yes, Housewives of Atlanta, you started. Yes, this was your and technically Sheree's friendship circle, okay? And yes, this show has gone on to do many, many things, but let's be real, you started fizzling out around who's calling me. I'm in the middle of a live fucking video. Oh, it's a sneaky link appointment. Okay, we're gonna turn that off, okay? And I'm not editing this out because it's a live fucking video. Right. Okay, so in the midst of Kenya coming into the fold, that's when Nene really started showing her fucking slip. And I remember everything. Y'all on social media, y'all love to play selective memory and this, that, and the third. Again, nostalgia, and y'all are so scared of the unknown and trying new things out, new housewives, that it's like you tend to overlook the bullshit and the negative that comes with some of the housewives that you guys keep asking for back. Just like how everybody keeps asking for Phaedra to come back, totally disregarding the fact that she basically called Kandi a rapist and tried to take her down, season 9, right? But going back to Nene, she became problematic. She, like, her head was getting too big. She was into it with all of the fucking girls. They tried to do a whole intermission with Dr. Jeff. That didn't work. Then she took a couple of seasons off. Then she was going through shit with Greg. Then she came back and was still a bitch. And then it was like, okay, oh, what was Nene? Greg got cancer. And then everybody felt bad for Nene and not Greg. And then all of this fucking shit that people don't remember. And so now in 2022, I shake my fucking head every single time that I see somebody post on Twitter, oh, Nene needs to be back. Oh, Nene needs this opportunity. Nene, da, 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 da. Like, are y'all not watching reality? Because I know I've been watching and I know I've been taking notes. Even though I haven't been posting videos, I know I've been taking notes because I've been wanting to speak about shit. And since I was on recording, I would speak about it on Twitter. But I remember when, like season 11 and 12, when she fell out with the whole fucking group and did multiple fucking interviews. I think this was a season where she wore the red dress, right? Forgive me. It might be the season when Kim was there. But I specifically remember her doing hella fucking interviews saying, oh, I'm coming for all the girls. And then when the girls started coming for her at the fucking reunion, then it was like, oh, y'all trying to gang up on me. Oh, this, that, and the third. Matter of fact, it might have been the 2020 season with the pandemic. Regardless, Nene went around and said blatantly in her interviews, I'm coming for all these bitches because I am the queen. And then once the reunion came and then they saw what the fuck she said in the interviews and they came back at that ass, then it was, oh, I'm getting attacked. Oh, this, that, and the third. But it's like, Nene, you are the queen of throwing a rock and hiding your hands, right? So fast forward it, we have somebody who has been on this platform, was iconic once upon a time, but benefited from this platform, then turned around and got into it with every single one of her castmates, like literally every single person on the fucking cast, so where she was alienated, and then started campaigning for Phaedra to come back, knowing damn well she wasn't even that fucking close with Phaedra, because there's fucking receipts of that, okay? But trying to campaign for Phaedra to come back and just so she could have a way back in the fucking show, right? But once upon a time, she was alienated from the cast, and Kandi, the bitch that's on the screen right now, Kandi is the one who had to sit Nene down and try to be somewhat cordial with her to try to introduce her back to like, do y'all not remember that? What was that? Season 11, season 12? Do y'all, like, am I the only one? Is it selective memory? Is it selective memory? Okay, is it a coincidence? I don't know. I'm asking you, is it a coincidence? You tell me. Okay? Kandi was the only one that was willing to be like, listen, I don't really care about this bag too much. Well, not this bag, but I don't really care about this scene too much because I care about my bag. Okay, because Kandi has been very open about, listen, I get paid to argue with bitches. Well, so I'm gonna do that. So whatever the fuck I gotta do for the cameras, I will do. Right? But Kandi was the only cordial motherfucker that sat down with her to get her back into the good graces. And had Kandi not did that, then Nene would have had nobody to film with. And if you ain't got nobody to film with, then baby, what's the point of you being on the show? So if anything, instead of Nene now in 2022 sitting here calling Kandi a coon and saying whatever she's saying to Kandi, she need to be fucking thanking her. But no, that's not Nene. Nene is too big up in her bridges and big ass head and all of that, right? So I remember how Nene benefited from this platform. Then when things weren't going in her favor because of her nasty ass attitude, then she wanted to turn around just like Mariah Huck and suddenly get on her soapbox and be like, well, Black Lives Matter and protect Black women and comparing herself to people of the fucking Black Lives Matter movement. Okay, Breonna Taylor, she compared what she was going through to George Floyd. Okay, somebody who got they fucking neck crushed in. Do you understand what I'm saying? Nene compared her struggles to Black oppression. Not only is that sick and Val is fucking disgusting. And this is a woman that y'all like caping for every fucking week on Twitter talking about, so why is she not on the fucking show? Do y'all not hear and see and understand things that's coming out of her fucking mouth? Like I'm not understanding what the disconnect is. I'm not understanding. And this is the same bitch who called her fucking boss a racist cokehead and then 6 months later went on the rail begging for her fucking job back. How does that work? In June 2021, Nene Leakes set her ass up on Hollywood Unlocked. Okay, I fucking remember, and I should have put the clips up here, but it don't even fucking matter. Bitch, Google it. She set her ass up on Hollywood Unlocked and called all of her castmates house niggers. As if to say that she was a field slave and that everybody else was house niggers. And that Andy was a cokehead and that they were just doing whatever to please massa. And she literally said they're house niggers. Hard, ER. Then 6 months later, now you're on the rail. Oh, I'm open and going back to my job. Now, why are you open now? Because ain't nobody fucking calling you? Why are you open now? You can't call out your fucking boss and then expect to still have a job. And it's not just calling out Andy, you're calling out the network, right? Isn't Bravo owned by NBC Universal? So you're not just calling out Andy, you're calling out Bravo. And then you're not just calling out Bravo, but you're calling out NBC, who owns multiple different fucking channels. Aren't they all a part of Viacom? So then doesn't that include MTV and VH1? And like this is, and I feel like I don't know if people don't understand that this is how, like, I don't fucking know. I don't get the disconnect. I don't. But then to turn around 6 months later and be back up for your fucking job back and then be fucking mad, right? Because Nene was clearly trying to get her way onto TV the last couple of months or whatever. Greg had died, and then bitch, 2 weeks later, she's sucking dick on Instagram. Okay, she laid up with a new boo. And everybody like, oh, you can't tell a bitch how to grieve. Yes, the fuck we can. Yes, the fuck we can. Because what you're not going to do is get your bald-headed ass up on the TV. Okay, and we done known you for 14 motherfucking years, and you threw your fucking marriage into our face because it's Real Housewives of Atlanta, not Real Side Chicks of Atlanta. But you threw your marriage into our fucking face. Like, let's not forget. We watched you and Greg sit there and fake marital issues for a fucking bag. Y'all wasn't really going through shit, but y'all faked it for a fucking bag and so you could get a fucking spinoff because your head was that fucking egotistical that you came up with this scheme that did not Todd, but Greg, and you set up to get the fucking bag, knowing damn well that y'all was good in your relationship. But that's what the fuck y'all did. And then on your last stretch, your last leg of the season, we're not going to forget. We're not going to forget because, again, y'all forget, but I don't. I remember. And one of the last seasons that Nene was on, they kept promoting it in the trailer that, oh, something steamy is going on, side chick rumors and things like that. And it was about to be this whole side chick storyline that was supposed to come out at the last minute, but it never did. And it was probably mentioned very briefly, and then boom, we moved on. And then we might have heard of it in like an Angela Yee interview or some shit like that. But like at the last minute, you tried to introduce that. So what we not going to do is sit here and act like it did not look funny when your husband, who died of cancer, mind you, the whole time he was going through cancer, you made it about you, okay, for your storyline. We're not going to make it seem like 2 weeks after him dying and you already being booed up in bed with another man. We're not going to make it look like that's normal. Like, that's okay. I don't give a fuck what type of Will Jada entanglement situation. I don't care. We're not going to sit here and act like, okay? We're not going to sit here and act like. That's what we're not going to do, okay? On the list of things we're going to do, it's not going to be that. It's not, okay? But y'all delusional ass Nene fans, y'all can live in the hype, y'all can live in that fantasy. I'm not, okay? So all of that fucking happened, and you can tell that Nene was pitching to get back on TV because she's with this nigga, then she's with an African man. Oh my God, is that Portia's boo's cousin? Like, all of this shit is going on. And mind you, she talking, trying to get her way back on TV. Nothing is happening. Everybody is still making her trend on Twitter. Again, all of these memes, all of these moments that y'all keep saying Nene is so iconic for, yes, she was iconic for, but bitch, out of the 14 years that we've known her, that was her first 7. the last 7 she's been getting on our nerves. And you're only as good as your last performance. So when the fuck are y'all gonna hang it up? When are y'all fucking gonna hang it up? Nene has been expired. She's been hitting her expiration date. And she's where she's at because of her nasty ass, stank ass fucking attitude. You get further in life by being liked, okay? Whether y'all want to listen, and I know I want to talk, but it's true tea. You get further in life by being liked than you do by being talented or being, because it's not about who's most qualified, right? It's not about who's most qualified. It's about who's going to put ass in seats, right? Who's going to get the views? Who's going to, win the people over, okay? Because we live in a very emotionally charged up, driven type of world. And at the end of the fucking day, Nene is not likable. She's not approachable. She's not somebody who people want to work with. She's difficult, okay? And how many fucking examples of that do y'all bitches need? Like, it keeps coming out. Like, how many examples of that do y'all need? So I say all of that to say, because I think that's everything I really wanted to get out about Nene over the last few years. I say all of that to say, I was scrolling through Shade Room and I saw 15 minutes, bitch. We've been talking about Nene that long. Girl, maybe she is relevant, okay? But I was scrolling on Shade Room and I saw some shit. Let's take a look at it now. It's a video of Kandi. Let's go ahead and bring that up. Okay. It's a video of Kandi sitting down with somebody.
Kind of stuff. See, I've seen her say all kind of stuff. Like she was, she called me this right here pissed me the off. Oh wait, can you say?
Yeah, go. You do you?
Yeah, that pissed me the off when she was she said somewhere, call me a coon or something like what? Like that right there. That's when I was like, okay.
But how can you even what?
How?
A black woman calling another black woman that?
How? I don't know whatever is going on. I've seen her say all kind of stuff. Like she was she called me this right here pissed me the off. Oh wait, can you say?
Yeah, go. You do you?
Yeah, that pissed me the off when she was she said somewhere, call me a coon or something like what? Like that right there. That's when I was like, okay.
But how can you even what?
How?
A black woman calling another black woman that?
How?
And see, that's my fucking problem. That's my fucking problem. That is my fucking problem. That is my fucking issue. That is my fucking issue with Nene's fans. That's my issue with Nene, is that she goes around and does shit and throws rocks and hides her hands, and everybody sits back and acts delusional. Oh my God, but that's Nene, and oh, Nene is so iconic. And it's just like, stop. She's not. She's not. She's not. Because if that's the case, then we could say the same thing about R. Kelly, right? We could say the same thing about R. Kelly. We could say the same thing about Bill Cosby. Like, up until the last few years, there was always signs on the wall that, they could be what it turned out that they was, allegedly. But nobody paid attention to it, and y'all let them live in their glory, right? R. Kelly was still the world's greatest. Bill Cosby was still America's dad up until a few fucking years ago, right? Okay, but guess what people are gonna fucking remember? Their last fucking performance. They're gonna remember them fucking touching on women, them fucking around with underage kids and having all of these fucking, scandalous ass situations, because that's a part of the fucking story. Okay, nobody's giving a fuck about the world's greatest and Step in the Name of Love, and like that was cute for what the fuck it was, but now we're talking about this because now this is a bigger deal. And see, that's where again the disconnect is for me, because how far does Nene have to go for y'all to look at what she's saying and doing as a big deal? Like, was it not a big fucking deal when she got into it with all of her cast and they tried to do a therapy session with Dr. Jeff like season 7 and she walked the fuck off? Was it not a fucking issue when she spit at Kenya when she came back like season 11? Was it not a fucking issue when she looked at Kenya as a pregnant woman and said she looked like a fucking walrus or whatever the fuck she called her, right? Was it not a fucking problem when she brought what's the bitch from CAU? Okay, when she brought that bitch from CAU onto the fucking show to make up a fucking storyline about Cynthia and use that shit against her to try to expose Cynthia. Was it not enough then? Was it not enough then? Was it not enough when she was on the fucking reunion, okay, from home, the pandemic reunion, and closed her fucking laptop and purposely left filming early? Was it not enough then? Like, at what point are we going to get tired of Nene? Was it not enough when she said on Jason Lee's Hollywood Unlocked and called her whole cast, okay, house niggers, okay? And then when Greg passed, all of them, out of sympathy, showed up to her fucking funeral, okay? But, well, let me not. Showed up to Greg's funeral, okay? But it should have been a funeral for her ego. It should have been a death of Nene's ego. That should have humbled her. That should have took her down a couple of notches, but it didn't. It didn't. And you know why it didn't? Because it wasn't enough. And it wasn't enough because y'all fans keep enabling her. Y'all keep enabling her. Just like if you look at the blogs and what's going on with Jocelyn now, okay? Jocelyn season 3 of her cabaret has turned into a fucking brawl, okay? But now people want to be like, oh, women's empowerment. This is the monsters that y'all have fucking created. This is what y'all created. This is what y'all have deemed entertainment. So miss me in 2022 when we want to bitch and complain about, oh my God, Evelyn Lozada is a fucking animal. And oh my God, because now we want to trauma bond and say, oh, because colorism is now in the conversation. Oh my God. And now I feel offended as a dark-skinned woman. Now I want to complain. No, where the fuck was your voice when Evelyn first threw the bottle? Right? Right? Don't wait till the end. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's start there. Okay, and so bringing it back to Nene, it's like, at what point are we gonna recognize that this bitch is a villain, right? Yes, Kenya has been painted as a villain, and we're not gonna sit here and act like she's perfect. Okay, this really has nothing truly to do with Kenya, but we're gonna bring her into the bullshit because Kenya gets the edit that Nene should also be getting, but that Nene is in real life. Like, at least with Kenya, you can tell she's genuinely a sweet person. Like, everybody, even people that have gotten into it with her, like Eva, is like, yo, Kenya, that we understand her as a TV character, but in real life, that bitch is about it, right? She's a cool ass, sweet ass motherfucker. Nene, nothing but bad things. Why is that? And this is the bitch that y'all keep campaigning for to get a job. Y'all want people to hire a bitch like that? A bitch that's unlikable? A bitch that is not approachable? A bitch that is difficult? A bitch that's going to sit here and compare her little ass struggles, a situation that she created for herself. She has no job right now because of her fucking attitude and her lack of accountability. And y'all going to sit here and let this bald-headed bitch play up in y'all face. Okay, but it's Black Lives Matter. It's protect Black women. It's Black girl magic. It's all of this shit that y'all scream out in fucking illusion. But y'all gonna sit here and disregard all of the struggles and the real shit that Black people go through on a fucking daily basis, just to allow this bitch, who's only upset that somebody else is doing better than her on this channel, and she feels like this shit was built off of her back. That's the only reason she's complaining and suddenly wanting to call everybody racist and using Black oppression to her advantage. Y'all gonna sit here and let this same bitch, get away with murder? Make it fucking make sense, because it doesn't. It doesn't. And that shit pisses me off. It boils my bubbles. So I don't care. Call me a hater, bitch. I'll be that. But you're not gonna sit here and use Black oppression to your advantage when it's convenient. You're not going to sit here and compare this little yin-yang around the house type of shit that you're going through with Bravo, that you put yourself in, to the struggles of a man who had a fucking ankle, okay? A fucking knee on his goddamn neck. You're not going to compare this to Breonna. Like, you're not going to do that. And she's literally done that. And the fact that enough people are not annoyed by that, pissed off by that, enraged by that, but yet we're Black Lives Matter and protect Black and all this other shit, that enrages me. So I got a problem with Nene. I got a problem with all of y'all motherfuckers that still, to this day, campaigning for this bitch. And at this point, I ain't got shit else to say. So that's where we about to end this fucking video. And I hope y'all have a good fucking day, okay? Let me know down in the comment box below, you know, your thoughts about this situation. I mean, not that I give a damn, okay? And make sure that y'all stream my music and my bops, okay? Like y'all give a damn, all right? So I love each and every one of y'all, allegedly, and HD boo. Bye-bye now.
She's so fine, she's a dime, titties, oh.